So Adam, I fancy myself kind of like a financial guide. Like I love fishing guides and how they help people figure out what sort of fish they want to target and learn and figure out how to cast and where fish are and that sort of thing. And I think of myself similarly as helping people understand kind of what they want to do with their life and building them up with education to be able to either do it on their own or to to help have guidance along the way. What are some of the key guides that you and your partners had in the early days that helped you kind of get from conception to where you're at?
Yeah, my dad's a CPA. He was a huge help in he owns his own business also. So he was very helpful to work with him on like the incorporation of the
Yep.
business, creating bylaws, figuring out the structure of a corporate organization. I went to VCU and got a MBA, so I had some like theory level experience with it, but not exactly the
Education.
practical knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was definitely helpful to have somebody who had been through that, starting their own business, to kind of get me part of the way there.
Yep.
He also had some good contacts of folks for us to work with, like bankers.
Yep.
One of the best relationships that I have personally, is with we have a bank relationship with South State Bank.
Yeah.
They're smaller in the Richmond market, but
Sure.
they've just been incredible to work with, and it's nice when you work with a smallish bank like that to have a guy you can call up.
Personal.
Yep, and I never really realized the value of that until I got into doing
Yeah.
this business. I think on a personal level, I don't really need a personal banker.
Right.
From a business perspective, it's nice to have one.
Yeah, someone that you can go to with random questions, or they may be able to connect you with somebody if they don't know the answer.
Yep. I mean, we went through a phase too where, like, post-COVID, when people really stopped coming out to the tasting rooms, that we were struggling a little bit we knew we needed to kind of move towards more distribution, and to do
Yep.
that, we needed money to buy tanks and equipment.
Yep.
And to have that banking relationship to go to and be like, we need a loan to be able to make this happen, like, that's invaluable.
Right.
He's a helpful person as well. On the early days, we also worked with this guy, John Bryce. He had opened up a brewery in Blacksburg, Virginia called, I think it was just Blacksburg Brewing Company. And he had opened it before the craft beer boom, much to his chagrin, because he kind of watched us become successful. But he consulted with us and helped us. He helped Jeremy in
And
particular.
knew how to like do it when there wasn't like a roller coaster of
Right.
hype.
Of growth and everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
So he helped us scale up from home brewing to brewing on a
Cool.
larger professional scale. So we worked with him on the opening of this location and the opening of the Fulton location, because both times we had to scale up significantly. So he was great.